Hey, Recanter. I'm actually really glad you texted. I've been thinking about you today, hoping things went well. Oh, I am so sorry if that sounds creepy. I don't mean for it to. I just know how it is to be new and not know what's going on and to feel like you're drowning in. Oh, sorry. Like more information is being forced on you than you know what to do with. It can be really overwhelming. I also know not everyone has a first day like that. I kept hoping that was more what your first day was like than, feeling like you were just adrift. Oh, I did it again. Oh. I know I told you I'm not always like this, but I also know you've got no reason to believe me at this point because it keeps happening. I'm really sorry. Anyway, uh, thanks for being willing to meet me here. I know it must seem weird, especially considering I don't drink. Not that you knew that, but oh God, I didn't ask if you did. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have asked first. Oh, I promise they have more than just beer here, even though it is a sports bar. It's family friendly up until 9 p.m. I promise. Oh, good. That's a relief. If you're hungry, the food is actually really good. I like the sweet potato fries. They've got this really delicious cinnamon and honey glaze. But like I was saying, there's a reason I asked if you'd mind meeting here, and it isn't the food. It's something I do to help work off stress, and you sounded kind of stressed. Or, well, as stressed as anyone really can sound over text without saying directly that they're stressed. We can totally order food afterward if you want. Or before. I just realized I don't know if you've eaten either. If you want to, we can. We just can't have food with us while we're doing what I brought us here to do. All right, go with the flow. Shit! Come on. Let's go in. We're headed to the back. I just need to make a quick stop. Two for half an hour, please. That'll be $25. Here you go. Cage number 4. Helmets are mandatory. One person in the cage at a time. Don't release the bat. Got it. Thanks. Follow me. Perfect. It's just us. That means we can talk freely, if you want. No pressure or anything. But welcome to my personal oasis. I'm just gonna say that one isn't a water thing and cut myself a single bit of slack. Have you played before? Awesome. Helmets are right there on the rack. Put one on and grab a bat. You can go first. I think you need it more than I do right now. I'm just worked up because I can't stop putting my foot in my mouth, and that's honestly just a continual state of being for me, so it doesn't count. You sounded like you had a day. If you hit the button right there, it starts the pitching machine. We could have done this at the sports equipment store, but they charge by a token instead of by time, and we also would have had to wait until probably this weekend, and it seemed like you needed something before then. So, uh, yeah, I'll shut up now. Push the button when you're ready, and the machine will give you 10 pitches. You can push it as many times as you want after that for the next half hour. Oh, yeah, I've played since I was 6. I love this sport so much. It centers me in ways nothing else has ever been able to. It's the only thing I've found that truly gets me out of my own head. It's just the perfect thing for it. Nothing is dependent solely on me. I don't need to communicate much of anything directly. I don't need to have a sparkling personality or even hold a functional conversation. I just need to be part of a cohesive whole. I have to play my part or it doesn't work right, but it still won't fall completely apart solely because of me. If I get a single base line drive, if I strike out, if I miss a single catch, or my throw goes wide, that isn't the sole deciding factor of a game. I can fix it in the next inning or with the next pitch. Nothing is wholly on my shoulders. It's weirdly freeing. Go ahead and hit the button again. Take a few more swings. Your entire upper body still looks kind of tense. Not that I'm looking in any capacity other than strictly evaluatory, I promise. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging, but yeah, you could say that. I was actually gonna go to college on a softball scholarship before I found out I had magic. Not that I want to make you feel uncomfortable. Please don't think I'm judging you. I swear I'm not. You're doing fine. There's nothing wrong with your swings, and your stance looks really good, I swear. Fuck, that probably makes it sound like I'm being dishonest. I hate my brain. Yes. Yes, I'm pretty good. I didn't end up going to college on that scholarship, but I still play on Sarley's adult co-ed recreational team. No, I still could have gone to traditional school. There's nothing that says we have to use our powers. It's not like the agency forces us to or anything. But when I was presented with the opportunity to go to SAME instead of just continuing on as if nothing in my world was different after learning I could fucking control water, this just felt like something I couldn't let pass me by. There have been lots of things in my life that I've missed out on because I got up in my own head and then my own thoughts and fears and anxieties just spin. Something about this just felt like it didn't need to be one of them. No, I had just graduated high school. I'd had a perfectly normal, regular, nascent life before that. So the other day when I was telling you I understood, I really, really do. I fully expected to go to UCLA up until that point. I even had that full ride scholarship offered to me. But I thought about it and made my choice. So that's water under the bridge. Damn it! Anyway, half my team went to the University of Florida. A few went to UNC. Several of us were going to be at UCLA. And every one of them was surprised that, to their knowledge, I hadn't enrolled in any university at all. I mean, it wasn't like I could tell them I was going to take a gap year that ended up turning into 2 years, but that's a whole nother unrelated story, and I'm definitely babbling. Fuck. Sorry. The way things shook out, I took a couple of years off and then enrolled at SAME. When my friends asked at the time, and every time they've asked since, I just tell them that some things had come up in my life and college wasn't going to be on my agenda for the time being. Lying to your friends and family is the worst part of finding out later like this, isn't it? At least when we're kids, the agency lets our parents in on it, and the stories can start then. With adults who have some sort of improvisational ability, in theory. There's some sort of continuing thread that you can then pull on years later to make things like this more believable. I still see some of my old teammates, my friends, from time to time. We still talk over text almost daily. But the part where I try to figure out how they fit into this part of my life hasn't gotten any easier yet. It might after I don't have to explain where the fuck I've been the last few years, but I don't know. I know you only recently found out, too. How have you been dealing with it so far? See, this is the part where I wish I could offer advice. I can't. And I only lie when I have to, and only when it's not even an entire lie, but more a lie of perspective and half-truths. So I can't even lie to you about the fact that I can't offer advice. But I can tell you that you aren't alone. What you're feeling isn't unique. It isn't the first time someone's felt lost in something they don't know how to prepare for, and it isn't the first time someone's been blindsided by something they didn't expect. You aren't even the only one in the literal room, let alone the metaphorical one, to feel that way. So I don't have advice and I don't have empathy. I've got sympathy. I've been there. I'm still there a lot of days. It's a hell of a thing to try to figure out how to navigate. That one doesn't count. Especially when the books that do exist aren't really written for us. They're meant for actual kids. And it's not that the information in them isn't helpful. It's that it isn't enough. The basics are good and solid regardless of age. But the concerns and fears and experiences and complications a 14-year-old is going through aren't the same as what an older teen or adult is going through. At least the staff at SAME try. And finding a group of like-minded people helps, especially if they come from similar circumstances. Yeah, like I said the other day, we're rare, but we aren't unheard of. Well, we, as in older Relucent students. Add in the Relucent students who learned about magic when they hit puberty, and the numbers go up. It's not quite the same, but there's still a commonality of experience there to a degree. I really do promise you aren't alone, even if you ended up feeling like it today. There are always people who understand where you're coming from, ready and willing to lend a hand or a shoulder, or at least an ear. You don't have to go on feeling like you're sinking. Oh, why give up? Oh. You don't have to feel like you don't have anyone to turn to, like nobody cares, like you're facing this by yourself. I promise nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah, I paid for half an hour. Swing for the fences. We can grab dinner after the time's up and talk more. If you want. I mean, you don't have to, and I'm not expecting anything, so. Oh, okay. Cool. That sounds great.